Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is the ML Scholar and today we will be talking about Yedra. Now if you do not know, Yedra will be available in Yedra'S Quest. Now Yedra'S Quest is another breeding event in which we can get Yedra cells, and then there will be a survival dungeon as well in order to get Yedra. Now the combinations for this breeding event are Lord Mortis and Taiga, Lord Mortis and Galante Jr., Taiga and Violet. Now the thing to note that for every successful attempt, we'll be getting Oreilly, Yimburur or Sun Cookie or any of the 3 legendary monsters, and along with that we'll be getting 15 Yedra cells and a quest key. Now if you do not manage to get this in time, you will be able to purchase the quest key in order to continue onwards with the Yedra's Tale event for real money. Now I would highly suggest you go for this breeding event simply because of Oreilly. Now if you do not know, Oreilly is an amazing monster with an amazing trait. He is a nature denying monster and is very usable. He has the almighty area dodge trait. Another thing to note is that we'll also be getting Yedra's Quest scroll. Now for Yedra's Quest scroll, you'll be able to unlock her in the future as well. Now here are the dates for Yedra's Quest. The breeding event will begin on Monday the 9th of December and the survival dungeon will begin on Friday the 13th of December. Here I have Yedra's moveset. Now it is important to know that Yedra's moveset is not final. These are just the sneak peeks and they are subjective to changes. The first move we have is I Love Cookies, deals low physical damage to one enemy. Then we have Crocus, deals moderate water damage to one enemy. Then we have Clean Essence, removes all negative status effects from all allies, requires cooldown. Now right away, the one thing I noticed upon reading the second skill, Yedra is a nature monster, but this nature monster also has water skills. So we'll basically be having a nature attacker, which is Yedra, with water skills, so she'll be double usable. She'll also be very useful against her counter. Those are the fire monsters because she'll be having water moves. So this is pretty interesting. Let's read onwards. Then we have Strong Roots, deals moderate nature damage to all enemies, applies double healing to itself, requires cooldown. Another thing that I can tell by reading this move is that this move is a powerful attacking move. Now we do not know any of the stats of Yedra, so I can't really say which move is powerful and which move is not powerful, but just simply going through it I can see that if Yedra has the proper amount of strength runes, this move will deal a lot of damage, and another perk of this move is it will apply double healing to itself. Then we have Life Scatter, heals all of its allies by 35%. Now this is also a very useful move and can come in handy in situations where you are low on health. Then we have Life Drain, deals moderate special damage to one enemy, applies life regeneration to itself, gives 1 extra turn to itself. Now this is a move that you can use to take out enemies with a higher life. This will in turn give you another extra turn, and then you can do your AoE to knock one monster completely out of the game. Then we have Witherbite, deals heavy special damage to one enemy, applies poison to one enemy. Another heavy special damaging move, but this is not special simply because this move does not give any type of extra turns, etc. Then we have Unhealthy Mistletoe, deals heavy magic damage to all enemies, applies reverse healing to all enemies. Now I am pretty surprised that this will deal magic damage because Yedra seemed like a nature monster and the water skill seemed okay, but this is another skill that is from another completely different element, so I am surprised. I was thinking that she will have water skills here, but she only has 1 water skill, 1 magic skill as far as I can tell, and this is her basically the main move. Then we have Viola Ingress, removes positive status effects from one enemy, deals very heavy nature damage to one enemy, heals itself by 30%, requires cooldown. Now this is the move that you can use to counter monsters with the Megaton, which include Mephisto, Zyla and Dundra obviously, and other monsters that can also have the Megaton ability, for example Hyperia, etc. Then we have Lycojum Wind, deals moderate special damage to one enemy, heals all the allies by 30%, gives 1 extra turn to itself. Now this is basically an improved version of a previous skill we visited earlier, so I think we will be running this one. Then we have Wither Slash, deals massive nature damage to one enemy, applies poison to all enemies, requires cooldown. Then we have the new Life, which is special, heals all enemies by 100%, heals all the allies by 100%. Now, if you're thinking what kind of special is that, this will simply work in conjunction with her trait. Now, at rank 3, I believe Yedra has the status caster reverse healing. So if you have her rank 3 and get her special, this will basically wipe out the entire enemy team. So this is a pretty good special, but only if you have reverse healing either by the move Unhealthy Mistletoe or by its trait. Now, I am not talking about the trait very specifically right now, just because I'm thinking of doing a part 2 on the analysis of Yedra as well, because I believe that this monster deserves a second chance to be looked at as well, because the skills and stats are not out. So consider this part 1. There'll be part 2 coming very soon as the skill sheet is out. The first move that I would recommend for Yedra, simply by going in descending order, is Wither Slash, because it is a single target acid nature damage and applies poison to all enemies, which is, I think, pretty good in my opinion. If you have perfect amount of strength runes on her, this could definitely knock one enemy out and you can get rid of one of the enemies, especially if you have the nature elemental advantage on that monster. Then another move that I would be running would be deals moderate special damage to one enemy, heals all allies by 30% and gives one extra turn to itself, that is Lycojum Wind. Then I would also run Unhealthy Mistletoe, simply to apply reverse healing to all of the enemies. Now, if you are running Unhealthy Mistletoe, you could always run her in conjunction with another monster that applies healing to the enemy team, like Dr. Mary Helson, which I'm sure many of you have and do not use, but because he is not that usable in today's standards, as well as he's not that good of a monster, but his moves combined with Yedra'S moves can become a pretty deadly combo, provided that you have an amazing denier on your team as well. Then I would suggest Viola Ingress, removes positive status effects from one enemy, deals very heavy nature damage to enemy, heals itself by 30%. Now, the 3 moves that I have suggested, Viola Ingress, Lycojum Wind and Wither Slash, and you can run any of those 3 moves, or you can run just 2 of those along with the Unhealthy Mistletoe. Now, what I'm noticing about this monster is that she has very good single target attacks and only one AoE as far as I can remember. So definitely run that AoE, deals moderate nature damage to all enemies, applies double healing to itself, that is Strong Roots. Then deals moderate special damage to one enemy, applies life regeneration, then gives one extra turn to itself, that is Life Drain. Now you could run either Life Drain or you could run Viola Ingress, because depending upon the situation, either you would need 30% of your health back immediately or you could just gain health over time. Now, what I would suggest be the perfect moveset of Yedra would be Wither Slash, definitely, Unhealthy Mistletoe, and then Clean Essence, and then Strong Roots. Now, why I'm suggesting Clean Essence is because you always need removes negative status effects from all allies, because that comes in very handy, especially because all of the status effects that have come into the game, Curse, Nightmares, Ignite, Burn, etc., and especially things like Shock, etc., which prevent you from doing extra turns. So this is basically a lots of status effects that you may need clearing off. Now, the reason why I have not suggested the move Viola Ingress, because it removes the positive status effects from the enemy, meaning that it will get rid of abilities like Megaton, etc. But the reason I have not done that, because along with this move there is no extra turn, so you can't really counter the Megaton monsters. The other monsters will be getting a chance to put in an attack if you do not get rid of a Megaton. So yeah, that's it for my analysis on Yedra. Hope you liked it. I will also be doing a part 2 on this. Now, what do you think about Yedra as a monster? Please comment down below. I think she has an amazing design, but the skills are okay. Now, I know I haven't discussed runes and relics. That is basically because those are not out and I would not want to suggest anything that I would be changing in the future. So no runes, no relics. But if you really want to know the runes, she will have the classic attacker build, in my opinion, which is 2 strength 1 speed or 1 strength 2 team speed, or basically a combo of both. So yeah, that's it for Yedra. Hope you liked the video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.